Hello everyone, this is Neronium. Welcome back to Pikmin. Last time we ended up gathering more parts in the Forest of Hope, and in this part we're going back to the impact site like an idiot. Because really what I should be doing is I should be going to the Forest of Hope to get the remaining parts, because the last part inside of the impact site we unfortunately cannot get until we have blue Pikmin. But there is some stuff that we can open up here, so we're only going to be spending a little bit of time here, and then we're going to fast cut to the next day when we go back to the Forest of Hope and get the radar, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for. Besides the fact that I know that I passed it. It had been a while since I had played Pikmin, a long while, and as I mentioned in the episode 0, I never beat this game. I only watched playthroughs, and it had been years since playthroughs. But here are some yellows, absorbing the nectar and using it for themselves. So, the impact site is always a good place to get a lot of Pikmin because of the area that we are going to be moving up in a little bit. For one, we have the pellet posies all over the place, which regrow faster here than most other places. 2, we have the iridescent flint beetle that my Pikmin like to beat the ever-living snot out of. Leave it alone. 3, we have pearls, which once we get the pearls and get to the area where they are, there will be a lot of Pikmin you can get from that. You can get 50 Pikmin from these pearls. And they are very beneficial, to say the least. And that's why the impact site's really good. The other reason is, generally there's no enemies. There's the part right there, it's inside the clam. But we obviously can't go into the water because, you know, it's kind of hazardous to our Pikmin's health. As is hitting your head on a rock wall. Please stop that. Right. Let us... No. Right, let's dismiss. Number 2, go. Yeah, it's bumming time. So, I only have 35 of my 43 Pikmin. Something is wrong. Where are my other Pikmin? They usually hide in the box. Ah, there they are. They are right over here. You're gonna notice too, in some later episodes, I'm gonna start combining days to make longer episodes because, you know, otherwise, if I did a part a day with nothing happening, people would get on me. So, let us get you. And let us get the other Pikmin with bomb rocks. So I may go and do things. So, climb on up. Is the 20 pellet posy. So why don't we separate our Pikmin real quick. Yellows, if you would please, go! As you can tell, the drift is still a pain in the butt to deal with. Right, so we got 29, and I can use the rest of these bomb rock Pikmin to go over here. And as you can see, they have pearls. There's the part right there, and we have another wall. Okay, you with me. You 3, go. Of all the Pikmin I grabbed the one that I didn't want. Separate the Pikmin further. Go. 1, 2. This drift is the absolute worst. 3. And there we go. So that's all we could actually do inside of the impact site now. All the areas are opened up, but the problem is going to be, well, we still have to get ourselves a little bit more Pikmin. So let us click the Pikmin. I know I could leave them a little bit and make them buds and then make them flowers, but hey, I can get more nectar in due time and that'll be fine. So with that, we have a good 58 of our 64 Pikmin. And what we need to do is we need to find the other ones. There's actually a couple of them hiding inside of the box where we got the bomb rocks earlier. You can see them kind of clipped in there, but I didn't notice that at the time because I was playing far from my TV. So, here is one of the pearls. These pearls are very valuable for farming up Pikmin. They can get you 50 of one color. Does not matter which onion they go to. Think about these clams. The moment they see anything on there, they wind up and will slam down. That is an instant death for the Pikmin. If I didn't have drift, I could throw a bunch of Pikmin on there at once and it'd be perfectly fine. Unfortunately, I do not. And you can't bum rush them like I just tried right now. All right, let's get you. Go, 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 go. And this is where the drift really shows off, and it's the worst. Right. Do, 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 do. Right, boop. The drift on this controller is so bad, and the fact that it was caused by a cable extension is so annoying because, you know, I wanted to lay in my bed and play. Right, get out of there. Okay, let's get the pearl. Throw the Pikmin some more. And there we go. And as you can see, it only requires 3 Pikmin to be able to do that. So we're gonna end off the day right here once we send the Pikmin back to the onion. But first things first, you lot take that with you too. And watch my Pikmin count soar. Especially with yellows. So we're at 64 right now. The moment that pearl goes inside, we get up to a whopping 100 Pikmin. And this is where Olimar starts saying, hey, well, I've made a discovery. The Pikmin are, you know, only stopping at 100, which means there were more Pikmin that were coming out inside the onion. So yeah, pearls, very good to have if you need a lot of Pikmin. I didn't realize this at the time. I thought they only gave you 20. I really should have been paying attention, especially with something that happens in a couple of episodes. But as I said, that's really all we can do at the impact site today. So we're gonna actually go to the end of this day now. And what we're going to do is we are going to move forward and go back to the Forest of Hope. So, already put all my Pikmin away. Music to my ears. And lift off. Oh, silly spotty bulboy. 5 days since impact. The Pikmin always carry their prey back to the onions. Close observation indicates that taking food pellets to the onions of the same color results in the release of a large number of Pikmin seeds. I've also found a way to group Pikmin together by color. If I hold A and grab one for a moment and press X to dismiss them all. So, as you can see, I built up quite the population, but we need to get to more pots. So let us head on now back over to the Forest of Hope. And let us get the next necessary part that we need to get, which is, well, the radar, which is something that's very handy, but believe it or not, I actually learned where a lot of these parts are. Like, if you just explore around the area, you'll generally find the parts. Now, one thing to keep in mind is what happens to bridges over the courses of certain days. Shearwigs and sheargrubs love to eat Pikmin-made bridges. The rock walls and the barrier walls will stay, you know, fine. But everything else, nope. Bridges are gonna fall. So let's get some nectar because I want to get more flowers. No! Red pick, no! They used all the nectar. I wanted an army of 100 flowers. An army of 100 flowers could have been mine. But no, you got greedy. So, we need to get the radar. The radar is over, not this way, but another way. So, here's me thinking, okay, if I throw my Pikmin up there, but then I remembered, wait, no, I can't because there's a water wall in the way, so I can't get back up to them. Right there. So, what we need to do is we need to go around and 1, mess some stuff up. 2, I don't know what I'm doing in past me. What is past me doing? Right, you two come with me. Right, we all together? Okay, we're all together. Follow me. Come over this way. Up, iridescent flint beetle. They just hate these things. Come on, stop, leave the iridescent flint beetle alone. I'm not getting a small pellet from it. Leave it alone. Anyway, we opened up this area before and we got the part that was here. But there's the radar right there. Because I'm dumb. So, throw the radar right here. And this radar is important for finding more parts. It's my Whimsical Radar. With this, I'll be able to see all nearby ship parts in a single glance. I just press Y to check it. This fills me with great hope. Right, you come with me. And take the spotty bulb back to the onion. Might as well. So, all we need to do now is to head back to the ship, and then we can go on our merry way. Beat up the bulb orb. Whimsical Radar. This important part can detect the location of other missing parts. The radar will be added to my monitor, which I can press Y to view. C to zoom in and out. This will surely help me in my search for the remaining parts. I've recovered 5 out of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. And there we go. So now all we need to do is go and see if we can find more parts. Well, there are more parts, but the remaining parts require the blue Pikmin. Which, as you can see, there is this right here. I was gonna try and throw them over, but I realized I can't. And then this happens. And that's what happens when Pikmin drown. I am a terrible father. So I'm like, okay, no, we're not gonna try that until we get blue Pikmin. Luckily, we're getting blue Pikmin in the next part, so, those 6 were a necessary sacrifice for my stupidity. As he lies to himself because I am a terrible father. All right, come with me, my little Pikmin. It's interesting that a red flower fell because normally flowers don't trip as often. Right. So, there we go. 93, I am missing one. Right, so let us put you all back in the onion. Put you all back in the onion. Bada boop. And what we must do now is find where that last Pikmin ran off to. Where did I leave my child? Hello, I'd like to call a code yellow. I've lost my small red child. I have found my small red child. He was playing in a box. So, let's go to sunset and end off this day. So, with that, we now get to move into a new place in the next part. So, let us leave for the time being. We still got a lot more to do inside of the Forest of Hope, but we'll do that once we get another Pikmin. Six days since impact. With its newly increased functions, the dolphin now lifts higher into this planet's atmosphere. I can see a great depression in the woods beneath me. It looks like the belly button in a vast forest. I shall now be more stable there. I should be able to set down there for now. So, there we go. But anyway, guys, gonna end it off right here. This has been Neronium. Next time, we're gonna be heading off to the Forest Navel. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out another GameCube game that I love to death, check out the top link for a playthrough of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And if you want to see another series that I neglect that's also on the GameCube, check out the bottom link for a playthrough of Star Fox Assault.